looking at advertising slogans that are stupid. More stupid, in fact, than this. More stupid than that. Advertising is not just stupid, it's also incredibly evil. So the working hypothesis here is the more evil the company, the more cosy the slogan, the more comfortable it is, the more removed from what the company actually does and the evil behind the company. So let's just take a look at a few of them then. Coca-Cola's Taste the Feeling.
Great Coke taste with zero sugar.
Which when I first heard it made me burst out laughing, because what does a feeling actually taste like? What's the feeling of misery? What's the feeling of depression? Is that the taste of Coca-Cola as well? What does it taste like to be the parent of a miscarried child at a funeral, looking at the fetus in its tiny little coffin? I know that might sound a bit dark, but what feeling would that taste like? Would it be Coca-Cola? I wonder. Someone should write to them and ask. To Twitter, McDonald's. I'm loving it. What it is exploitation. And junk food and the slaughter of the planet, which, yeah, of course they're loving it. They're a big massive corporation. You know, McDonald's really have the most grotesque advertising in existence. They mercilessly go after the poor, and they know that what their food is doing to people, but they just don't give a fuck. And this is how they sell it to us. We're loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving McDonald's. I'm sorry, if you really love McDonald's, you probably have some deep-rooted problems in your life, something that years of psychotherapy will be unable to deal with. You can't love a hamburger. Or maybe you can. But how little would you have going on in your life to love fucking McDonald's? Google, don't be evil, is their slogan. Don't be evil. Why would any company ever need to make that their slogan? Are they trying to remind themselves or us? Don't be evil. It just makes you think they are evil, which they are. They've blacklisted me, for example, and I'm not the only one. If you search my name on Google, you won't find fuck all. So, yeah. Plus they spy on people and sell your information and advertise back to you without you knowing and all the rest of it. There's millions of things that is wrong with Google. And it's possible that they may have been funded in the early days by the CIA, which is interesting. So, you know, could be another arm of the government there, spying on you, just so you know. But hey, don't be evil. Nike, just do it. You know, Fred West just done it. Dennis Nilsson just done it. John Wayne Gacy, he done it, didn't he? He just done it, whatever it is again. I mean, what exactly makes you perform better in sports just because you got a little tick on your shirt and you're paying like £50 for that tick, or a little tick on your trainers? What exactly makes you better at sports by using Nike? Anyone know? Is there any reason why you can't just have a £2 t-shirt and you run just as well? Funny that. Not to mention their exploitative factories in the third world.
Nanquang Garments produce clothing for Nygaard and Reebok, amongst others. Various gestures are made in pretense of working standards, but often to little effect. For example, although legislation now demands that factories provide childcare, the low standards of this service, even where it is enforced, means that the majority of mothers prefer for their children to play in the slums.
You tell anything, they'll do it for you. So they are raw people. Okay, you can mold them as much as what you can. This is the best part of these guys. So you can use them. The labors are very cheap.
Whilst the company are expected to provide childcare, I witnessed just one plain room, with one supervisor and only a handful of children. The NGWF campaign that only through a fair price, offered by multinational buyers, can workers achieve a fair wage and the rights that go with it.
Get people to work for pennies in what are essentially slave labour conditions. But hey, just do it. I think when Tiger Woods used to be sponsored by Nike, he just done it, didn't he? It's not funny to cheat on people, by the way, so don't think it is. It's not the joke here. The joke is he just done it. Evian, live young. Live young. Don't live old, because drinking bottled water actually means that you'll live young. Not old, young. Bottled water equals young, for some reason. They had this incredibly grotesque advertising campaign with, like, the fucking babies running around, and it was just disgusting. I mean, who says that there's anything good about being young anyway? Like, most young people have got fuck all going for them at the moment. Broke as fuck, sitting in flats like this, making videos like this, and no one will ever fucking watch. And who wants to live too long anyway? Like, will you want to be 120? Like, I really can't stand, there's some people who will say, like, oh, I want to live forever, I want eternity, I wish I could just go on and on. No, you fear death. That's all it is. You don't want to live forever. What the fuck are you going to be doing that you haven't done 1 billion times before? If you live to be 400, you'll be 400 and still walking around fucking Sainsbury's. Like, oh, wow, it just never ends this, does it? This eternal joy. I mean, I'm fucking 31, and I already feel like I've done, not everything, but, you know, it's getting there. You see the same things again. It's Christmas again. It's fucking your birthday again. The same day. Every day is the same thing. How long do you want to see this stupid shit for? Don't understand it. Anyway, living young by drinking water. Bottled water. There you go. Cadbury's, free the joy. So if you have joy that you've got pent up inside, have some Cadbury's chocolate and then it will become free. What it'll actually be freeing though is diabetes, which is now an epidemic. So I wonder if that's why they've designed their advertising to have absolutely nothing to do with their products. Because chocolate doesn't really seem like a good thing at the moment, does it? I kind of wonder how free the people enslaved in the cocoa trade feel in Africa. Are they freeing their joy through Cadbury's? I wonder. They never really tell us that part, do they? Freedom for your chocolate. Freedom for your however that song goes. Freedom for your chocolate. Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but freeing the joy? I don't know. And you have, again, problems if you think, like, chocolate is bringing you anything other than a little bit of happiness in that moment. To associate this with joy just seems quite sort of ridiculous. Joy, dentist appointments, diabetes, it's all the same thing, isn't it? Tesco. Every little helps.
Buns, coleslaw, cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Colcan and cheese, twist, cod fillets, ciabatta, chickpeas, toffee mousse, then beef steaks,
The new price drop at Tesco. Every little helps.
Which, if you rearrange it, actually says very little help, and you chop off some of the letters. But, you know, I don't want to let that get in the way of clever wordplay. I mean, Tesco is, again, incredibly evil, and driven God knows how many small businesses out of business. So it's kind of funny. Again, we have this incredibly evil company with this cutesy nondescript logo. The idea that Tesco will ever help you do anything is kind of absurd. If you go in that fucking place with like 1 penny short, then when you're paying for something, they'll probably arrest you, put you in prison for 6 years, and make you clean the toilets in that prison for free whilst being raped by some of the other prisoners, because that's what happens in prison. Or at least that's what happens in films about prison. It probably does happen, though. I'm just saying, Tesco and prison rape, Skittles and tasting the rainbow.
The rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Now, that's incredibly depressing. Skittles, you know, the sweets with the joy of a rainbow. Can you imagine, like, a rainbow with taste of sugar and artificial colorants? Yeah, I don't think so. Or are they trying to say it as in the rainbow and gay pride thing? Seems unlikely, but hey, who knows? Barclays, let's go forwards.
3 million young people move forward with the skills they need to get ready for work. Let's go forward.
Not backwards, not sideways. I'm ripping this off of The Simpsons. But twirling towards freedom. Let's go forwards. To where? Bankruptcy? Another financial crash? Maybe? Getting bailed out by the taxpayers? Maybe. Possibly. Let's go forwards. To the bailiffs? You get the idea. Just means nothing. Let's go forwards. L'Oreal, you're worth it. Which originally I think was I'm worth it when like Jennifer Aniston was advertising for them back in the fucking 90s, because these things get burnt into your head.
Because I'm worth it.
Think about it should really be we're worth it, as in hand over your money because we're worth it. Hand over your money for our incredibly stupid and banal beauty products that we're selling at an exorbitant cost. BT, it's good to talk.
Good to talk.
Well, thanks for telling us, BT. Because until you told us, we didn't actually know that it was good to talk. I think, though, it's not always good to talk. Sometimes it's better to say nothing. And, you know, it does get a bit kind of fucking annoying when you're walking around listening to people having endless goddamn conversations on their mobile phones. Fucking 6, 7 people talking at the same time on a fucking bus. It does actually do your head in. And BT as well is one of the fucking worst companies. It's incredibly expensive for what you're getting. I don't even know how they keep going, to be honest. Sure, it won't let you down.
Sure, it won't let you down.
It's incredibly sad to think, like, there might be a deodorant in the world that anybody would think, oh, it doesn't let me down. It does actually sound to me more like the sort of thing you would, sort of slogan you'd give to Viagra. So, you know, maybe they're trying to make a link between Sure and sex, which there could well be, because if you smell very bad, you're probably not going to, you know, get sex. Finally, Carlsberg, probably the best lager in the world.
Carlsberg, probably the best beer in the world.
Well, you know, probably a lot of things. It's probably the lager that's led to the most domestic abuse as well. When drunks get home and start wailing on their wife. That would be a good advertising slogan, wouldn't it? Carlsberg, the drink of people who beat up on their spouse.
Carlsberg.
So that was just a few of the advertising slogans which really pissed me off. If you come trying to get into the camera right now. When you think about it, they're all incredibly stupid, aren't they? So, you know, the whole world of advertising is incredibly stupid. So, and evil. Really can't underestimate the amount of evil it takes to come up with this nonsense and try and trick people into buying your horrible fucking disease-causing products and misery-causing products. Until next time, and thanks for watching. And when I say next time, I mean the next time I can be bothered to do this. Anyway, take care.